Hello students, welcome to my YouTube channel. As in our previous videos, we completed the types of solution in introduction part as well as various concentration of solutions. And today's topic is very interesting, that is solubility. So solubility is maximum amount of solute that can be dissolved in a given amount of solvent is known as solubility. तो ये है आपका definition of solubility. On the basis of solubility, so first of all try to understand solubility is soluble ability solubility. That's why we are defining maximum amount of solute जो है कितना ज्यादा solute solvent में dissolve हो सकता है. And for that reason a solution is classified into saturated solution, unsaturated solution, supersaturated solution. So these are basic three types. One is saturated, the other one is unsaturated, and third one is supersaturated solution. First of all, we'll start saturated solution. Saturated solution कौन? Saturated solution. The type of solution in which no more solute can be added is known as saturated solution. जैसे हमारा ऑर्गेनिक में है, if alkane is there, no more hydrogen can be added. Or I can give you example, you have taken a glass of water, you added a spoon of sugar, then you dissolved, the sugar particles are disappear. After some time, no sugar particles will disappear or dissolve in water particles. That condition is known as saturated solution. No more sugar can be added in water. That is saturated solution. So simply unsaturated solution क्या है? In this type of solution, more solute can be added. The type of solution in which more solute can be added is known as unsaturated solution. तो ये हो गया सैचुरेटेड एंड अनसैचुरेटेड सॉल्यूशन, एंड द थर्ड वन इज सुपर सैचुरेटेड सॉल्यूशन. सैचुरेटेड हो गया, अनसैचुरेटेड हो गया. If temperature is increased, more solute can be added. This type of solution is known as super saturated solution. So these are the three types of solution on the basis of solubility. So first of all we shall start solubility of solid in liquid, in which solid is the solute particle and liquid is the solvent particle. Solubility of solid in liquid. Suppose you can take the example of sodium chloride, sugar, magnesium chloride, calcium chloride, whatever may be, these salts are in solid state. So for solubility of solid in liquid, first important thing you have to remember, that is like dissolves like. तो like dissolves like क्या है? If the solvent particle is polar in nature, if the solvent particle is polar in nature, then it can dissolve, means solvent can dissolve only the polar solute particles. Example, if you take sodium chloride, it dissolves in water. So here is like dissolves like. Next, if you take the example of benzene as a solvent, then carbon tetrachloride can be dissolved in benzene. So this is like dissolves like. The first part is like dissolves like. Understood? Solute particle if polar, then solvent should be polar. Polar molecules dissolve in polar molecules, and non-polar particles can be dissolved in non-polar particles. That is like dissolves like. Then second one is temperature. On the basis of temperature point of view, there are two conditions. Next is effect of temperature. Here we know on the basis of temperature there are two types of reaction. One is exothermic and the next one is endothermic. If the dissolution process is exothermic in the sense it should be less than 0 and the sign is negative, and enthalpy change if greater than 0 its sign is positive. So for exothermic reaction, what happens, the dissolution process with rise in temperature or with increase in temperature, the solubility decreases. Increase in temperature, solubility decreases. Example, sodium sulfate, calcium acetate, etc. But for endothermic reaction, if temperature will rise with increase in temperature, solubility also increases. And here example is sodium chloride, that is common salt, and one more is KNO3, niter or potassium nitrate we can say. That is about effect of temperature. And last part is that is pressure. Pressure, it has no role. इसका कोई भी रोल नहीं है. इफ प्रेशर बढ़ेगा या घटेगा, सॉल्युबिलिटी के ऊपर कोई भी इफेक्ट नहीं रहेगा अगर सॉल्यूट पार्टिकल सॉलिड है. देयर इज no effect of pressure for solubility of solid in liquid. So here we completed solubility of solid in liquid. There is no effect of pressure. If temperature, if dissolution process agar exothermic hai, if you rise in temperature, solubility decreases. If the dissolution process is endothermic, if you rise in temperature, solubility also will increase. And the first part we completed, that is like dissolves like. Okay, polar solvent will dissolve in polar solute particles will dissolve in polar solvents, and non-polar solute particles will dissolve in non-polar solvents. Next part is solubility of gas in liquid. Solubility of gas in liquid. First part is nature of gas. Some gases are easily liquefied. Gases which liquefy easily, are highly soluble. Example, carbon dioxide, ammonia, etc. ये फर्स्ट पार्ट, गैसेस जो इजीली लिक्विफाई हो सकते हैं वो हाईली सोल्यूबल हो सकते हैं. नेक्स्ट वन इज गैसेस which not liquefy easily are less soluble. Example, हाइड्रोजन गैस, हीलियम गैस, etc. ये हो गया नेचर ऑफ गैस. सेकेंड पार्ट जो है ये लिख लिया आपने, वरना स्क्रीनशॉट भी ले लो, ठीक है. देन नेचर ऑफ गैस के बाद नेक्स्ट जो है इफेक्ट ऑफ टेम्परेचर. The solubility of gas in liquid decreases with rise or increase in temperature. If temperature increases, the solubility decreases for gases. देखो एक सबसे अच्छा एग्जांपल देता हूं. If you can see aquatic animals, मछली, if the temperature will increase, they will reach to the deeper side of the ponds or any water bodies. खरा दिन देखिबो जिते अधिका खरा होथिबो माछ कोन करथिबो माछ कइंच जो भी एक्वाटिक एनिमल्स माने अछंती से माने डीप वाटर भीतर को जाउथिबे काहे कि तांको गिल्स द्वारा तांके कोन करछंती डिजॉल्व ऑक्सीजन होचंती रेस्पिरेशन पाए. तो ऑक्सीजन रे जो कंसंट्रेशन दा गरम पानी रे कमी जाए. It is less, concentration of oxygen is less. Why? Because solubility of gas decreases with rise in temperature. And third but not the least, that is pressure. Pressure with increase in pressure, the solubility of gas in liquid, or as we can say solvent, increases. Soda, preparation of soda, carbon dioxide gas dissolves if pressure is increased. And for this pressure point of view, we have a law, that is Henry's law. तो वर्तमान स्टार्ट करिबा Henry's law. Henry's law. First definition लिखि दबा. The solubility of gas in liquid is directly proportional to partial pressure. Mathematically, we can derive P proportional to chi. Let us take one concentration, that is mole fraction. Therefore, P proportional to chi. If we put is equal to symbol KH multiple chi. What is KH here? Henry's constant. If we plot a graph between pressure and mole fraction, let us take mole fraction in x-axis and pressure in y-axis, there will be a straight line. A2 जोड़ा पड़छ. यहाँ से हमें पता चलता है कि pressure is directly proportional to mole fraction. And one more thing, as you know, mole fraction has no unit; it is unitless. So unit of Henry's constant is unit of pressure. Unit of Henry's constant is unit of pressure. Understood? So that is Henry's law. Mostly आपका एग्जाम में क्वेश्चन यहां से 3 मार्क का आ सकता है कि राइट द एप्लीकेशन of Henry's law. First application is very easy, that is preparation of fizzy drinks. Preparation of fizzy drinks. Okay. And second one is, you know the word bent. What is bent? If the deep sea divers will move towards the lower altitudes, क्या होता है कि जो ऑक्सीजन का कॉन्सेंट्रेशन ज्यादा होगा, बहुत रैपिडली रेस्पिरेशन होगा, तो ब्लड कैपिलरीज में स्वेलिंग होगा, दैट इज कॉल्ड बेंट। स्वेलिंग अगर ज्यादा होगा तो वहां पे क्या होगा, मतलब ऑक्सीजन का कॉन्सेंट्रेशन ज्यादा है लो एल्टीट्यूड में। टू अवॉइड दैट क्या करते हैं, जो ऑक्सीजन सिलेंडर लेते हैं नॉन रिएक्टिव गैस लेते हैं, मोस्टली हीलियम गैसेस लेते हैं। और हायर एल्टीट्यूड में जो जाएंगे तो तभी थिंकिंग लेवल हमारा थोड़ा कम हो जाएगा, क्योंकि वहां पे एल्टीट्यूड में प्रेशर कम है, गैस का प्रेशर कम है, ऑक्सीजन रैपिडली रीच नहीं कर पाएगा, तभी हम थिंकिंग कैपेसिटी हम अपना भूल जाएंगे, दैट इज कॉल्ड एनोक्सिया। तो वन इज फिजी ड्रिंक्स, द अदर वन इज बेंट, एंड द थर्ड वन इज anoxia. These are the three applications of Henry's law. Once again I am saying, one is fizzy drink, मतलब सोडा, second one is bent, swelling of blood capillaries because of fast respiration, and third one is anoxia. These are the three applications of Henry's law. So up to today's class, solubility of gas in liquid we have completed. Next part is very important and very interesting also, solubility of liquid in liquid. वहां पे और एक लॉ आएगा, राउल्स लॉ, दैट पार्ट बहुत अच्छा लगेगा। Till then, like, share and subscribe my YouTube channel, that is Sudam Sir's Chemistry. Thank you guys.